Living on a boat in Boot Key Harbor, Marathon Key, Florida was pretty nice. They have a great little sailing community that meets often for potlucks and holidays. Every day there's a morning radio show as well called the Cruiser's Net that welcomes new arrivals, gives a send-off to departures, has a question help section, and even daily trivia. As nice as it was to get moving again, we were sad to say goodbye. A few of the fun things we did while there included an Easter brunch, splurging on dinner and dessert, our first taste of snorkeling, and visiting the Turtle Hospital. We were scheduled to snorkel Sombrero Reef, but wind and wave conditions made it too dangerous, and the captain had to turn us around and take us to their default location, which was pretty murky and not very impressive. But it gave us some good experience getting used to our snorkeling and camera equipment. Plus, we did get to see a few critters.
This is the only place in the world that counts Ridley turbines. Now, which one of these is it counts Ridley? All the way over there. All the way down here. This he looks to be, look, this is the skeleton. You can see the spaces where the ribs are. So this is membrane instead of shell. Yeah. They're pretty rare, huh? Yeah.
That guy's smaller than this guy though.
And look at his beak. He doesn't have like that pointed top beak like the others. He seems to be more gold-faced.
This might be him.
Yeah, that's him. You can tell by the shell. See, all the others have platelets all the way around. He doesn't. He's got nice legs. He did completely hold on.
This is one reason why I've always been against the release of balloons in the air, that and the litter it creates.
Alright, so these are hurricane tanks. They're 30,000 gallons, about 6 feet above ground. So if we ever have a major storm, we're going to move all the big turtles into here. The smaller ones will set up inside, and these tanks won't flood out. So that's the main purpose. But we can use them for all kinds of things. One is physical therapy. We control the currents. If a turtle needs some flipper strengthening, they can hang out in here, get some good exercise. And these are saltwater tanks. On the greens, their beak is serrated like a steak knife, and that way they can shred through the seagrass and sea lettuce that they're eating. The shape of the beak determines what they can eat, just like a bird. Jim is about 165 pounds, so a little bit smaller than Brianna. But Jim has the Velcro on his shell with some little floaties, so you'll notice a lot of them have their little floaties on. It just helps them stay balanced, keeps them comfortable in the water as that gas is working its way out. And we have the Velcro on both sides, because as the gas passes, that air is going to shift. So tomorrow, he could be floating on the opposite side. So we can easily move those around to however he needs them. But he's doing really well. He probably has just a couple more weeks to go, and he'll be ready for release. Just has to work out that last bit of gas. So he's doing great. Now with the big loggerheads, we're going to take them back to the beach close to where they were found and make it a public release. So you can come out and watch them go back down here. Now Ash, you'll see her picture, she had tumors over her eyes, all around the neck and flippers. She's missing part of her front flipper, that was a previous injury, and she was entangled in fishing line. So she's already been through a lot. She had her very first surgery yesterday, and that was her eye surgery. So now her eyes are clear. She still has a few more tumors around the neck and flippers. Hatchlings into the middle of summer. Now right out here, this is our main pool, and this was the original saltwater swimming pool And that hotel was built in the late 40s. When our founder purchased it in the 80s, he came down here to retire, and he got very into fishing. So he started bringing back a lot of the fish that he was catching and putting them in the pool. And the local schools, they started bringing their kids over so they could learn all about sea life. Well, this was the mid-80s, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were taking off. All the kids wanted to see turtles. So he looked into how he could get one. And he started doing all this research, and he found out how endangered they were. So he wanted to do something that was going to help, and he decided he'd start a turtle hospital. So essentially, that's how he began. All because of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So she's got the weight on her left side. Now, Bender, she is a full-size Aquarian professor.
There's Bender.
And that sponsorship, that's what's taking care of their food and medical costs. You're going to others that can't return to the ocean. We're going to find them a forever home. Because they're endangered, if an aquarium wants a sea turtle, they can't just go out there and take one. It has to come from someplace like us. They have to have some type of injury that's preventing them from going back into the wild. We've sent turtles all over. England, Connecticut, Chicago, San Diego, Orlando. Our biggest turtle is in Vegas. His name is OD. He's 340 pounds. So we put OD on a FedEx cargo plane. We flew him off to the desert, and now he's in a 1 million-gallon reef aquarium at the Mandalay Bay Aquarium out in Las Vegas.
It came the day to say goodbye to Marathon, so we undid the mooring and got ready to leave the harbor. Joey's become a big help anchoring and mooring. Hand signals between the helmsman and the line tenders are essential. We left the harbor as the sun was rising. It was a bit overcast as we left the harbor and headed south back to Key West. The guys get ready to put up the sails, and once again Joey helps his dad. As time goes on, this process gets a lot smoother and more efficient. Don't worry, Grandma. It's really not as bumpy as it looks. Remember, it's going at 2 times the speed.
We're doing 7.3 knots. The wind is
It's only 9 knots, but that's calculated along, so we don't have an apparent wind on board right now because of the fact that our speedo, our water speedometer, is non-functioning. So it's hard to tell the true wind, but if you add the 7 to the 6, we're up to around 13, 14 knots of wind. Take off a little bit for the angle. So we're hitting 7.7 at the moment, which is trucking along pretty nice. We're back on, we're back on autopilot, and we have a course set. And we're at 7.5 knots. We should get to Key West somewhere about 6-7 hours.
Hi.
So what do you think about this?
Well, it's better than the Gulf Stream. Let's just say that.
It's better than the Gulf Stream? So what did you say earlier? You like the boat better when?
It's still. Got a loose tooth.
You got a loose tooth? What'd you think about Marathon? You like Marathon Key?
I love Marathon.
Okay, what'd you like about it?
Well, for one thing, I loved making new friends. The Easter brunch was a lot of fun, and swimming off the boat.
Swimming off the
Which we
boat?
won't be able to do in Key West.
No, but we're going to try to go to some places that we can swim. Okay?
Yeah.
And we're going to go with
Our new friends.
our new friends.
From Will C. And their names are Taylor and Noah.
And Shannon and Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget them. What you thought about Marathon Key?
I had a great time there. Marathon Key was a cool place to be. Had everything you needed right there. A lot of really good people. A lot of friendliness. It was a great place. Wouldn't mind staying there long.
Although the waves were rolling, they were going in the same direction as we were, which actually helps to push the boat along. No engines on today. What you doing, Joey?
I'm watching for crab pots, and I can actually steer using this dial to change the degrees that we're looking right now. We're at 262, and I need to remember if I turn, that I need to turn back. And I feel off the pot ahead, I think, actually, but it looks like nice.
While we're sitting in here, tell me, what did you think about our stay at Marathon Key?
Well, actually, I liked it a lot because Marathon Key is actually a very nice, it's a nice place. They have a lot of nice sailor-friendly stuff and kids and family-friendly stuff that you can do. I liked the place that was the city marina area, the building that had a lot of bathrooms, showers. It had a library and bikes that you could borrow and internet, and it was all free after with the mooring fee. So that was cool, and I also liked listening to the Cruisers Net every morning at around 9 o'clock.
About 5 miles away from the point of Key West. And if you remember in the video of when we left, we rounded that southernmost tip, and there was the naval station. Let's see, right there. There's the big tower, and then just to the left of it is that big round, I don't know, big satellite ball, or whatever it was. Can you see it there? There's a sailboat in front of us. That's not it. It's between the sailboat and the tower. So made a good time. We were going about 8 knots part of the way here. We've slowed down to, just a mere 7 knots. But still wonderful sail today. Only had a little drizzling rain. Not bad. We'll be there shortly for lunch. We all got to go up to the bow and enjoy a few minutes of the good sailing. But wait, who's steering the boat? There. The cruise ship. Right. There's the naval base. And right there is the tip of Key West. As we round the end of the island, we get a closer look at the big cruise ships docked at port.
We'll bring her underneath next time.
Right.
Yep. Not a problem.
I like that better.
All right. We are anchored. The bridle is on.
I feel good about it.
Okay.
Papa Joe feels good about it. And here we are, back in Key West Bight. Next time on From Mountains to the Sea, we explore Key West a little more, meet some great people, and make the hard decision to scrap the Bahamas and head for the Dry Tortugas via the Marquesa Keys, where we might get in some of the most hoped for reef snorkeling.